Hi guys, my name is Chappy. Welcome to our next installment of Duo It All. Today we take on the library of the dungeon Scarlet Monastery, one of the most popular dungeons in Classic. So most of you probably know this place inside out, but maybe you will still learn something new from this video. And as always, I'm looking forward to your feedback, so please leave a comment in the comment section below. So let's get started. Inside of the dungeon you can find two bosses, Houndmaster Loxy and Arcanist Doan. For Horde, but not for Forsaken players, there are a total of 4 quests or parts of quests to do inside the library. Starting with the first part of the quest, into the Scarlet Monastery. To complete this quest you have to kill 4 bosses in 3 of the wings, and the first boss is Houndmaster Loxy. You get this quest from Varimatras in Undercity. The second quest is the Hearts of Seer. This can be done in any of the wings, and even the mobs outside of the dungeon drop the hearts. Also, this quest has a pre-quest called Going Guano, there you have to venture into Razorfen Kraul. The quest starts in the Apothecary in Undercity. The third quest is called Test of Lore. This is one of the later parts of a very long quest chain that starts in a cave in Thousand Needles, with the quest Test of Faith. It's a cool quest chain that takes you to a lot of places. I can only recommend doing it. The last quest can only be done by orcs, trolls and taurens. Sadly no Forsaken. And it's called Compendium of the Fallen. You get this quest from the main rise in Thunderbluff. We are both level 35, which is basically the same level as the trash in here, so it's going to be challenging from start to finish. After clearing the trash in the first big room, we can already challenge Houndmaster Loxy. This boss has 3 adds and hits quite hard. He casts an enrage buff onto himself and or on one of the hyenas. This enrage can and should be purged. Our strategy for this fight is to focus the hyenas one by one, while also dealing area of effect damage with whirlwind and fire totems. We also throw some grenades. The more hyenas die, the more manageable the fight becomes. After killing all adds, focus on purging his enrage buff or he will start tearing you a new one. And that's the first boss and the first part of the quest into the Scarlet Monastery done. Most mobs at the start of this dungeon are quite weak, while the Scarlet Adepts can heal, which you should always interrupt, and the Scarlet Galleons can stun you, so be careful, but they shouldn't really be an issue. Scarlet Chaplains are the first annoying mobs. They cast Power Ward Shield and Renew. Both can be purged. They also buff themselves with Inner Fire, which boosts their armor quite a bit. In the little room to the left of the corridor is always a chest, at least I believe so, guarded by 3 mobs. After dealing with Loxy and his 3 adds, this shouldn't really be a problem for you. Once again we do an unnecessary awkward pull like we always do at least once in one of these episodes, and this pack is quite hard with 2 chaplains and 1 monk on low mana. The monks should always be your first priority, as they can interrupt you and they have a Wind Fury like attack that deals a truckload of damage, but they also have low armor so they die very quickly. We barely managed to not die by kiting a bit and using potions, as well as grenades. And we are already done with the second quest, Hearts of Seer. Scarlet Diviners are not very strong, but they cast a nasty mana burn, so always line of sighted or interrupted. They also throw rather weak fireballs. The book for the third quest, the Test of Lore, is in this room to the left. And that's the third quest done. Now as long as you take care not to overpull, you should be fine for the rest of the dungeon until Doan. At the start of the last corridor you will find the Compendium of the Fallen. And that's the 4th and last quest done. All that's left is Doan. Cue the Wind Fury montage. With our unlimited power we can face Doan. Now Doan has multiple abilities that can kind of screw you over. He can sheep you and he can silence you, both of which can be line of sighted, or rather I think the silence can be outranged. So try to tank him in the doorway so you can quickly take cover. And don't be fooled like me and think that the edges of this doorway can be used to loss. Stay close to the wall and you won't be sheeped, don't be a fool like me. Luckily his damage is quite low, so my brother didn't even get close to dying. At about 50% he shields himself, becoming immune to damage, and he will start to cast Detonation, a wide range fire nova that deals a lot of damage. The cast time is quite long, so you should have no issue finding cover behind a wall or a bookshelf. And that's Doan down, and I call challenge complete. But now let's take a look at the results. We made a total of 32,600 experience, including quests, which translates to roughly half a level at level 35. It took us a total of 40 minutes to complete the dungeon and we had 0 deaths. Sadly, Doan didn't drop his stuff, but that's okay since I still have my corpse maker. I hope you enjoyed this run as much as we did, and I'll see you next week in the Armory, the third wing of the Scarlet Monastery. Thanks for watching, goodbye.